Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Today I'm pleased to introduce you to Qdrix, an AI-driven platform designed to streamline the trademark application process. Qdrix helps you optimize your IP workflows so you can reduce hours of manual work, make faster decisions, and save both time and money. Let's dive in and see how Qdrix turns complex IP tasks into a simple, efficient, and cost-effective process. We'll start with the tools currently available on our Canadian platform. All right, we'll dive right in with our Chronos tools, named after Chronos, the god of time, because we will save you a lot of time in your trademark analysis and application process. The first tool that I would like to show you is the Goods and Services to Word. Here, we're able to search in the English and French Goods and Services Manual, as well as the Registered Trademark Database. And the reason we're searching in the Registered Trademark Database is because, as you know, the CIPO Goods and Services Manual is not exhaustive. So we are looking to expand our search by thousands of listings, looking in the registered database. And we are searching for trademarks that were registered post CIF, so post coming into force on June 17, 2019. And we will provide you for each statement of goods and services a minimum of 2 examples of registered trademarks to ensure that we have a precedent that you can use in your correspondence with CIPO. Now, let's go ahead with one example. What's great about this tool, and this is something that is not available on the CIPO Goods and Services Manual, is the possibility to search using the semantic search option. So we are going to give you an example that is a typical applicant direct statement of goods and services, and we are going to query this and provide you with specific goods and services compliant with the Trademarks Act and regulations. So here is an example. I want to register augmented reality software to access casino services, as well as augmented reality glasses fitting services, and also business administration consultancy, especially in the field of virtual reality technology and related areas. So when we do the query, we are able to see the statement that we search for, and the goods and services are separated by their respective classes. We do have the color coding here, so the bright green indicates that the result is identical or highly similar, and the slightly darker colors means we're moving a bit away from the original statement of goods and services. So we are gonna do a mock application and choose the statement of goods and services that we need for our trademark application. This is one that was requested above. We will continue our search. Here is a second statement that we searched for at the top. And as we scroll down, we do see more examples in many niche classes. And this is a great way to provide additional examples for your clients, so you can have more niche classes in your application. And of course, if you're the applicant yourself, you can ensure that you do cover all the necessary niche classes for your trademark application. So we are continuing with our search here, and we do have the last statement that we needed in class 44. And we are able to export the selected statement to a Word file, so we can easily use this neatly organized statements of goods and services for our trademark application. And we will provide another example, but before we do that, I do want to emphasize the fact that we are able to search in the French manual using an English statement or vice versa. So the algorithms will do the translations for you, and you wouldn't have to worry about that. So I will give you another example. This is a French statement of services that we're going to search in the English Goods and Services Manual. The statement as it reads, plateforme en tant que service fournissant un logiciel en ligne non téléchargeable permettant de fournir des informations et d'effectuer des réservations pour des transports de voyage et de vol. All right, so we're going to do a query here. And we do see statements in various classes, color-coded as before, with the bright green having the identical or highly similar statements of goods and services. And we're going to continue reviewing the statements. And this is the particular statement of services that we have just searched for. We are happy with that. We did find it, and we are gonna be exporting this selected statement to a Word file as before. I do want to provide you with a third example. This is searching in the trademark database. And here we will search for smart doorbell, a slightly newer technology. We're gonna do the query, and we do find the statement that we have searched in class 9, and we can check some of the statements that we need for our respective trademark application. And we can find out that these statements were registered in multiple registrations post CIF. And to look further, we can click on either one of these marks, and we can see that indeed this particular trademark was registered in 2023. And going back to our examples here, we do see that each statement that our algorithms provided have a minimum of 2 registered trademarks post CIF in order to set a precedent. And we do notice the color coding changing as we are moving farther away from the statements of goods and services, with the bright green indicating that we're still in the right area for our respective search. And as usual, we can export the selected statement to a Word file. And this concludes our goods and services to Word. Next, I would like to show you the niche classifier. This is an excellent tool to classify large statements of goods and services, and it comes in very handy, especially for those registered trademarks prior to CIF that have to be renewed, that were not necessarily classified according to their niche classes. And I will show you how our tool can save you a lot of time once again, you will be able to continue on with doing other tasks in your day. So here is a statement that we're looking to classify. And in this particular case, we are separating our statements with semicolons, as is customary in the field. Alternatively, we can enter different lines and search this way. So once we do have our statement of goods and services, they can be amalgamated. We can go ahead and classify the statements. As we can see, the tool is providing a very quick results, and for your convenience, the requested terms are highlighted for you and separated by each respective search term. So here is one statement that we have searched for. This is one result here in class 41 with the bright green color coding showing you that we have an identical or highly similar match. And we are continuing on, and we have another statement here that we are classifying. This is in class 25. Yet another statement of goods in class 28. We are continuing on our assessment, and we can see that the colors are changing as we are moving slightly away from our original statements. We have another statement that we have looked for, and this is conveniently highlighted for you in class 35. And as usual, you are able to review other statements of goods and services in different classes as needed. And we will export the selection to Word, and this information can be used for your trademark application and in discussions with your clients. This concludes our niche classifier tool. We'll move over to the confusion search tool. This is currently in beta mode, but we are looking to improve our algorithms and ensure that we provide you with the best possible results. This is at the moment looking in utilizing 4 different criteria for searching, meaning text weight, phonetic, acoustic, and fuzzy search, covering the criteria of Section 6.5 of the Trademarks Act for assessing confusion, which is assessed when seen, so that's the text weight, when sounded, phonetic, and acoustic, and in the idea suggested, and this is the fuzzy search. So let's go with an example for today's demo. I will search for Patagonia. We can search for up to 500 marks. In this case, for the interest of time, I will search for 50. We can have a goods and statement similarity threshold, which is preferred at 72%. For this example, I can move it even higher and to 75%. And we can search either using the niche classifier option, which is the tool that we have just shown you, or the free text statements solution here. We're going to go ahead and use the niche classifier option. And this is the statement that we are looking for: retail store services in the field of outdoor clothing and ski, travel, camping, backpacking, rock climbing, and exercise equipment. And we will classify the statement in the same manner that we did in the past. And our statement is coming up already highlighted and checked: retail store services in the field of outdoor adventure gear. And we are looking to see what else we want to check for. And I think for this example, we could also check for athletic apparel and casual clothing. And let's do the online retail store services in the field of outdoor adventure gear. So let's go ahead and start our search. And Our results are showing up very quickly in just a matter of seconds. We do see the identical marks here on the top screen, and we do notice that in the category of classes, some of them have no class because they are section 9 marks, as we can see here. We review the details of Patagonia section 9, or a -1, meaning this particular trademarks were not classified, so they were most likely older ones prior to CIF, as we can see from the numbers here, and we can also review them on SIPO. We are seeing on the SIPO trademarks database that indeed these are older trademarks that were registered prior to CIF and not classified. We're gonna close this here and continue our search. Some of these examples do have multiple niece classes. We will move along and continue on with our assessment. So here we can collapse all, or we can expand all. We have the option of sorting in ascending or descending order by trademark, ascending or descending by good similarity, or ascending or descending order by mark likeliness. So for trademarks, let's keep this in all in ascending order for the sake of this example, and let's take a look at what we have here. So as you can notice, we do have two scores. We have a score here in the left, and this is the similarity between goods and services, meaning between our statements of goods and services and the statements of goods and services in the registered trademark. We also do see scores here on the right. These are the scores of similarity between trademarks. And we do notice that the statements of goods and services are highlighted, and we can quickly do the assessment and figure out if our particular trademark could potentially be confusing with a registered trademark. So again, this tool will save you incredible amount of time. And we're scrolling down and seeing other trademarks containing the word or the term Patagonia, and this is the similarity score between goods and services, and this is the similarity between marks. Patagonia Films is at 94% similarity between marks. Patagonia here 0% similarity of goods and services, because this is a section 9 mark, prohibited mark that doesn't have goods and services, but we do notice that the similarity between marks is at 100%. And we are continuing with our search as before, and seeing some of these results as indicated in our list. So once again, we can collapse for a quick view, and we are of course able to do the search, changing the criteria to see more marks as needed, or change the similarity threshold for the score of a good similarity. And this will give you a good idea of our tool for confusion search for marks that potentially have a similarity in when seen, sounded, and the idea suggested, goods and services, channels of trade. And we're also working on amalgamating the two scores between similarity between goods and services and trademarks, so we can have only one score to ensure that the results can be assessed even faster. And I also want to show you another tool that we have, which is called the trademark term search. Here we are simply searching to see if the trademark that we wish to register is already available on the trademark register, whether it was filed, pending, or is currently registered. And this particular tool is using similar algorithms from our confusion search tool, meaning that we are searching by text weight, phonetic, acoustic, fuzzy search. So we are, covering when seen, sounded, and in the idea suggested for confusion between marks. And we are able to see that we are coming up with quite a few listings of the mark that we're looking for. Again, this is something that we can change here for our criteria. So instead of having 300 listings, we can have less or more, up to 500. If we do expand this a bit, we can find out some more information. In this particular case, we can see this is a class -1, which, as mentioned before, that simply means this trademark was registered prior to CIF, and it simply was not classed in the traditional sense. And we are not able to see the classes or have this picked up by the algorithms. And some more examples here. And if we do want to find out more, we can highlight and check here and look on the SIPO database and get more information about this mark, and look at the statements of goods and services. And we can see that in this particular case, this mark was registered in 2018. It wasn't classified originally in the traditional sense, but it does have a classification data statement at the bottom that was added later by SIPO. And this concludes our trademark term search. Next, I also want to show you a neat tool that we have recently developed. This is called Symbol Chart, and is searching for your competition, because this is important to know, and this will give you leverage in the marketplace. So what you can do is do a search by goods and services. So we'll give an example here. We're going to search for horse training. We'll do a search. The statement we looked for is provided, listed by different NIS classes. We can see in class 41, we have 3 statements that are relevant to what we are looking for. And we also have a scoring of similarity of the statements as indicated in our previous tools. So we're gonna apply, and we get to see where competition is for horse training. So we have 4 different options here. We can search in the dark mode, street mode, satellite mode, and last, terrain. So I think I do like this satellite option or street option a little bit more, so we can look for our competition. So let's click closer to our area here, and we can zoom in and get right to it and find out who is around doing horse training. So let's take a look. We can check right by the using the trademark information. And we're able to see here that there is someone in Laval that that is doing horse training. Let's check here. There's someone else here, and this particular registrant is in Laval as well. So that will give you an example of competition in your area for horse training. Of course, you can search for any goods and services. They are classified um, by niche classes, and that way you can have a quick view of your competition on the map, locally or internationally as well. So this concludes our demo, and we also want to let you know that we are able to customize our tools according to the client's specifications as requested. And if you do want to find out more about our offerings, please feel free to contact us. And if not, stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.